Pleasant day to all of you. Greetings to all on this wonderful afternoon. On behalf of everyone, it gives me great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today. As the sun shines down on us, illuminating this beautiful afternoon, I can't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation for what lies ahead. It gives me great pleasure to greet T. Vigneshwaran sir, the founder and CEO of Nanda Infotech, as our esteemed chief guest of the day. He was awarded an honorary doctorate by Universal Tamil University for developing the most web applications. Through his company, Nanda Infotech, he has trained over a million students, including 35 international ones. In addition to becoming the youngest CEO to achieve this feat, to Vigneshwaran's accomplishment of developing 153 web applications in 10 hours was acknowledged by both the Future Kalam's Book of Records and the Universal Achievers Book of Records. T. Vigneshwaran sir is a CEO at Aimer Electronic Solutions and responsible for the design and development of the defense-oriented electronics product to clients like BEL, DRDO, at Aimer Electronics Limited. Also, this is the first Indian company to work on motion capture virtual reality shoots. He is the IT head at Paramount Autobase Solutions, Paramount Autobase Services, an Indian company, is associated with Indo-German Chamber of Commerce. He is responsible for the whole IT actions of the firm. He have been managing this through a CRM application, especially tailor-made for online management of the whole garage. He is a project manager at GOU like Private Limited, created and developed websites and its associated applications. He has given technical training to his assistants to work in a variety of industries and often as independent contractors. His commitments towards projects never go unnoticed. He has done a project in co-location mining in spatial data, Agri-Assist, an Indian project to predict the crop and water level without spending money. And the other projects are My Car Online and MoCap, India's first of its kind motion capture shoot with AR/VR, where it virtually enhances the security of our nation and in the field of education. Not only he is an accomplished scholar, but what really makes him stand out is his persistence in pushing the frontiers of knowledge. He is expertised in various trending languages and frameworks. He has been certified with Microsoft .NET Programmer and Big Data Analyst. His recognitions are featured in Josh Talks, Fox Interviewer, and Vivo's Success. His recent research is based on big data analytics using cloud. VR Chat is an internet chat application, virtual and augmented reality for education and training. His commitment to nurturing the next generation of scholars is commendable and reflects his vision for the future of his field. His recent innovations include portable oxygen concentrator, negative pressure wound therapy machine, and virtual augmented reality for horticulture therapy. With immense respect and excitement, we are pleased to welcome T. Vigneshwaran sir, the founder of Nanda Infotech, Coimbatore. His existence here today reminds us of the heights that can be attained by a lifetime of unflinching devotion to and love for one's occasion. It is with great pleasure that we greet you, sir.
Thanks for your introduction and thanks for the opportunity to understand what this is going. Shall we start with the thing one? Audible?
Yes, sir. Sir, the voice is not clear, sir.
One minute.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Is it audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Happy noon to all present here. Actually, this presentation is restricted to a 1 hour window. So I'm going to just wrap up the things a little bit faster. If anyone have any queries, just you can raise the hands so that we can discuss on it. But before that, I have a disclaimer. I want this session to be a more interactive one so that each and everyone can able to share our own knowledge. Since this is a group of faculties where I have an opportunity to address. Meanwhile, I can also have a opportunity to gather more knowledge from uh, the pool of faculties from this first side. Let's start with the things first. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's start the things. Hope the screen is visible to all and my audio is clear. Yes, it's going to share that. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the things, the future of AI. The topic itself has some more catchy things, but I have a one interesting question to all the audience here. What is it an AI in the sense, in terms of your own perspective? You can put that on a chat so that make it more viable. What do you think of an AI? These are all things which already highlighted on the MC. What you people think as an AI? What it is exactly? Anyone from your participant? As I said, the disclaimer, I want the session to be a more interactive so that we people can able to interact. Just put something on a chat board. It's not necessary to brief the things. Just it might be a one word or a one liner or whatever it is. What it would be? What would be an AI according to your own perspective? Because I'm going to define the things, three major things: innovation, prediction, and what kind of a trends we people are in this particular era. I need minimum three answers from the audience so that I can push towards the next slide. Hope you people are already having your own uh, perspective. Make machine to decide. Okay, got it. Anything else? Make machine to decide something. Okay, anything else? As I said, I need there are 122 participants here. I need minimum three answers from the things so that I have an authority that you people are listening to this. I'm not getting any answers here. What do you think of me? Okay, make decision as humans based on the logics. Okay, Somala said that take decisions as humans based on depending. Okay, Apna Haridas make machines to think rationally and take a decision depends on previous knowledge. Exactly. Okay, what it is. Okay, interesting. Okay, fine. In this perspective, as we people are having some intelligence, right? How many of you here can able to name those intelligence? How many intelligence as a human we have? Before getting into a topic called AI, I need to understand about what kind of intelligence as a human we have. We need to understand that first. Then only we can go to make something autonomous or on a, artificial kind of a things. So pitching into that particular bag, so I need to understand what is exactly as a natural human intelligence. What does it mean by intelligence here? Intelligence. How many intelligence, for example, what kind of intelligence as a human we have? How we are going to coin the intelligence, or else how we can define the intelligence? That means the human intelligence. I'm not talking about an AI kind of a thing. Artificial intelligence, the part which we are going to uh, visualize in upcoming things. But I need to have a answer. What does it mean as a human intelligence? How many intelligence as a human we have? How many intelligence as a human we have to take decisions based on the knowledge we have? No, not come under an intelligence. How many intelligence? Cognitive, got it. Okay, anything? Okay, IQ, EQ, PQ, SQ. Okay, It's called intelligent. These are all come under intelligent question. That's what I'm asking about something. How many intelligence? That means we human have a six intelligence, right? We have a six intelligence and things as what all can anyone six senses? But I'm asking about six intelligence. What are the six intelligence? According, there are different scenarios to coin those six intelligence which as a human we have. But here I'm using some theory to coin those. First one is the lingual intelligence. Lingual is nothing but which we use it as that is called language. Lingual intelligence. It's called a linguistic intelligence, a language. We are the only creature in the world can able to read, write, and speak. None of the creature couldn't able to do these things in at a time. And then there are the second intelligence. What's called a musical intelligence, logical, mathematical intelligence, spatial intelligence. Yes, intrapersonal, interpersonal intelligence. These are all the six intelligence as a human we have. Suppose if we people want to make it an artificial intelligence, either we can pick any one of these intelligence, or else we could make some machines can do all the things at a time. That makes, suppose if you are going to make an autonomous one, that's artificial kind of a thing, that's then it could be named it as an artificial intelligence. Here I'm going to let you know, these are all, I'm going to skip it out right away. There are two different scenarios available in the market. One is the traditional intelligence and one is the artificial intelligence. How many of you strongly believe that even though there are so much impact which we given in the last couple of years to an artificial intelligence, how many of you really believe that 100% the traditional intelligence will win? Who will win? I'm asking you a simple question, whether the artificial intelligence or traditional one. Because I used to whenever I used to address any gathering, I used to have simple questions. That means so that I can able to engage them, so they can able to have concentration on my presentation. So I will ask a simple question: who will win? Whether the artificial intelligence empowered machines, or else induced things, or as a traditional human, who could be the winner of this battle? Because there are three things which I'm going to explain, which I'm going to combine two industry, agri-tech and meditech, which we people are working in a couple of years, and we used to integrate an AI and IoT kind of things to those gadgets. I'm going to explain you on it. But before getting into the session, I need to understand what is exactly and who will be the winner of this particular race, either a AI kind of things or our human intelligence. I think most of the people are here. 137 participants are here. Any who will be the winner according to you? It's not uh, it's not a mandate one to provide the right answer. It's based on your own intuition or who could be the winner. Who could be the winner? I'm asking. Any guess? Okay. Okay. Okay, here I'm going to give you a trends, which as my topic persists, I'm going to utilize trends, innovations, and prediction in a AI. So I'm going to come out with something called, I'm just figuring out a four impacts which AI is blue shirt. Okay, got it. Nice one. Okay. And then I'm just there are few trends which is making some impact towards an AI. First of point is an ML. That's called a machine learning, whichever we people already know. And then NLP. There are so many GPTs whichever we people are utilizing right away because those GPC turn our effective times. And then the computer vision, which we are witnessing an autonomous one. And then robotics. The man-made intelligence could be uh, evil or a devil kind of a things in terms of robots. And there are few robot stories. There are few researchers going around the thing. How many of you know what could be what would be the end of an robotics? Okay, let's get into a first one. ML. The trend in ML that's come with a. I'm here finding a few things to highlight our own strategies here. First, explainable AI. How many of you think in a couple of years back or else of 10 years back, we never trust a pharmacist, or we never trust a person who was in a medical shop. So whenever we get into suppose let us consider there is a person in a medical shop who is working in a medical shop. He doesn't know any knowledge. He doesn't completed a MBBS or FRES, whatever the medical degree. But if we first sight, whenever we got a headache or any other issues, we directly get into a medical shop and ask some medicines. Based out of a knowledge or a prescription, whatever they are.
స్వార్థ ఉంది, అందుకే నిన్ను కాలేజీలో పెట్టాడు. నెమ్మది లేని నీ ఫ్రెండ్.
Okay. A couple of years back, we never bothered about that particular person who is providing the medicines for our own headache. But nowadays, after era, that means after the enormous evolutions happen around the artificial intelligence, there are explainable AIs available in the market which could able to diagnose us our own issues and provide based on our symptoms or questionable manner or like some vital signs, that kind of a things are already implemented in terms of an explainable AI. And there are a second option which are available in a ML, that is a federated learning. Federated learning is nothing but, could you ever notice whenever you type something on your mobile phone, it automatically autocomplete with the required word or a sentence. But when you do the same thing on others' mobile, it doesn't do the things, because the Gboard has a smart algorithm that could able to recognize your own patterns and come out with a simple scenario to autocomplete the things. For example, what the Microsoft Word is having now, the Gboard, the Google Gboard is having the simple and more excited features. Whenever you type something, it autocomplete the things that come out with the exact word or exact scenario whichever we people are looking for. That comes under the federated learning. And there is a simple and smart feature that's called AutoML. That's mean automated machine learning. That nowadays we people doesn't need to have a master's degree in a cloud to deploy a cloud kind of a things, or else to deploy some mechanisms, to deploy some models in a cloud. Nowadays we just provide it as a prompt. It has an ability to come out with such a implemented factors. That means it, by providing a simple prompt, we can able to get a result within a no time. These are all come under an automated. And one of the most important and interesting fact which we people are using in a right away, that means transformers and attention mechanism. That means our own GPTs. How many of you, because we people are utilizing a GPT in a day by day, how many of you really understand what it is GPT? How many of you really know the abbreviation of a GPT? If anyone knows, just bring it on a chat. What is it on GPT? Open GPT. What is it on GPT? Chat and Chat GPT is there is another GPT. Any come with an GPT. What it is exactly? What is an GPT? Eh, I'm waiting for interesting answers in a chat. How many of you know what is exactly a GPT? Yes, you can put it on a chat. Yes, sir, you can possibly you can unmute, or else you can put it something on the chat. Pre-trained program. I'm pre-trained program. Okay. Anything else? What does the term GPT means? Given a prompt, gives what we. No, I'm asking about an abbreviation. What is a GPT? Just because I'm in this particular sentence itself, I have an answer for you. Because the chat we people are using a chat GPT in a day by day, not in a day by day. We are using it in every minute. Yes, generative pre-trained transformers. That's called as a GPT. Okay, that kind of a things are learning, machine learning, which could able to adopt our own inputs and react based on the particular input, that means a prompt, whichever we people are going to provide, and then it has a more pre-trained models on that particular things. And then we have another thing that's called a FAIR, that's called continual learning. That's called a FAIR. FAIR is nothing but, how many of you heard a term called FAIR? Because we used to have a, okay, you are fair enough to think. What does it mean by exactly fair? Any guess about a fair? Any guess?
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Actually, fair is nothing but a simple, fair is a simple term which we people are using in our day-to-day application. Facebook, we people are going, there is a Facebook AI research. Okay, there's a thing called Facebook AI research, which use a continual learning to collect our own sentences, whichever we people are using in our post comments. That particular post and comments are that things can be used to circulate across that particular account. So this kind of ML are utilizing in our day-to-day trends. These are all the part of ML, which that is AI, which we are using in our day-to-day life without knowing that we people are induced into the games. There are another things, not only ML, the NLP is playing a vital role. NLP is playing a vital role on things that's called because NLP is most important fact in GPTs, because the sentences, the lingual things, what we people are using in our day-to-day life plays a vital role. There is a three important facts, trends which are growing among another things. First one is a pre-trained language models. Pre-trained language models, we use a breath, actually breath, and then there is another thing called GPT-3 and the low source which we people are using in our FB. These are all the NLP programs, NLP infused with the help of an AI in our day-to-day life, which we people are utilizing. These are all common things, but one of the most important fact, how these things can able to help our own industries. That's another question. Here is the answer for that. One is the robotics. Robotics is not cobot. Actually, I know a company, those turnover is around 3 to 5 crores. Uh, they have a manufacturing setup in our own Tamil Nadu area, it's in a rural area. Recently, they have brought the cobot because they couldn't able to close their manufacturing orders on time. So they purchased a cobot. It was around 90 to 25 lakhs. Uh, they really trained that particular. The cobot is easy to train, so anyone can. Nowadays, a couple of years back or 10 years back, the robotics was one of the most uh, underrated. That means only a person who have an appropriate knowledge or more degree towards the robotic and able to do something. But nowadays, after so many things has evolved, the implementation of robotics made easy. For example, the cobot, and then the autonomous mobile robots, which we people are because how many of you are ordering some orders with the help of a Flipkart, or how many of you people are used to purchase with the help of Flipkart, Amazon, any other shopping things? This autonomous mobile robots help to get the product delivered into the container or segregate the product. This ARM is utilized. And AI powered robotics, nowadays we people can witness so many robotic surgeries in each and every metropolitan towns as hospitals. Those have AI powered robotics. And one of the most important fact, how the predictions. These are all some of the parts which AI is playing a vital role. But how AI can able to help in predictions? Prediction is nothing but we not at all. Early days we used to predict for some stock exchange, cricket games. Nowadays there are so many applications or so many apps which come across in our day-to-day life. We use it to provide some predictions, but what is exactly the prediction in terms of an AI? How this will help us in a day-to-day scenario? That's a different game. How many of you understand uh, most important fact? How many predictions? Why AI needs prediction-based AI is being used to evolve? That most important fact is advancements in AI. That means, how many of you know what it is in GDPR? The term called GDPR. How many of you really know GDPR? GDPR. GDPR. Because we people used to surf a lot on internet. We used to come across so many websites. Make sure that each and every website should has this particular GDPR option. GDPR is nothing but a general data protection regulations. Okay, that come with the thing where the data whichever process, the data whichever they collected for that particular website. Nowadays, the AI can help the particular as we people are into a development industry. This particular AI can help a lot on making ethical things. And the second one, Google's DeepMind in healthcare. We people work on a we closely work with on a healthcare. We I will come out with some of the our own products so that I will showcase the product when able to understand it easily. The healthcare predictions nowadays, the system can able to predict what kind of cyst, what kind of any symptoms which we people are feeling easily, that can be predictable with the help of an AI. And another most important things are Waymo. Waymo is nothing that's an autonomous vehicle designed by Google. It's a driverless car. It uses a prediction mechanism to get into one point to another with the help of this. But how many of you really understand a difference between innovation and invention? Innovation and invention. Innovation and invention. Okay, to answer. Uh, There are so many innovations happened around AI, not only on AI. In the last 5 to 7 years, we came across so many innovations. We came across now India is a place where the startup ecosystem has a larger foundation in India. So each and every startups get into their own environment to make themselves into a AI-powered startups to their respective industries. But this particular innovations, one is the AI-driven healthcare, which we people are using. Actually, I'm here highlighting a three main industries which I'm working on it. One is the AI-driven healthcare. AI-driven healthcare, we are working on something called negative pressure wound therapy machines. We have a manufacturer of a negative pressure wound therapy machine. That machine could help a sugar patients to get rid of their swellings. That means the sugar patients has a suppose if there is a wound on a sugar patient, that wound takes a long time, long to get cured. We have a machine called Easy Cure. That machine can help the sugar patient to suck that particular fuzz from that wound, and we have a algorithm that has an ability to predict at what efficacy level this wound can be healed. At what efficacy level that wound can, what is the efficacy level? That means at 5% or 10%, how many days that particular uh, dressing need to be done, how long that particular dressing need to be done for the particular thing. These are all the simple applications which we work with our own device. And the second industry, autonomous vehicles. We are in progress of developing a vehicle. Already the R&D stage completed. We are into a pre-market stage. We have a vehicle that could able to do a seeding autonomously. that could able to do a things weeding process in agriculture, that could do a process autonomously. It has an ability, as like a Waymo, it has an ability to visualize where the particular obstacle is, what kind of at which distance I need to plant the seedlings, or else how much amount of a fertilizer need to be applied on that particular plant. These are all come into a nano size vehicle. That nano in the sense nowadays the tractor was there, the power tiller was there. Now we have made up with the machine. It is hardly 1 cross 1. That means the 1 meter cross 1 meter vehicle can able to do the process autonomously without any human intervention. And then one of the most important feature which we people are working on it is called personalized marketing. Personalized marketing is nothing but nowadays, 10 or 15 years back, we believe brands. But last couple of years, we started to believe the man behind the brand. That means we value peoples. So that only we people are there is you people can witness so many ads like Lalita Jewelry you can able to do, and then you can able to visualize the ad from a Pothys for a Swarna Mahal. Even you can able to come out of the man behind a brand called SpaceX, Elon Musk, the personalized marketing. How the AI is given a personalized marketing, the AI can able to predict at what extent the marketing can be channelized and it can be get into the in person. That means it has an ability to structurize our own campaigns. It has an ability to curate what we people need to do, and it has an ability to come out with what kind of uh, text or a content and context can be defined with the help of an AI. These are all come with an AI. Nowadays, these things are eased with the help of AIs. And not only these things, which have more ability. I have a most important thing that will come with this particular smart. Whenever we people are discussing, whenever we people are discussing the industrial or in industry related things, we used to be smart. Smart is nothing but the specific. What kind of extent we people are going to use the AI, on what manner, whether we are going to use this AI at what extent or a specific one. And then the measurable things. The measurable things is nothing but at what implementation or how much the complication can be. Suppose if I'm going to use AI, I'm going to much. I'm going to implement. Suppose if I make if I as I said, we have a easy to machine to come to conclude the algorithm to make the efficacy level. It took minimum 6 years for our own research team to come with an effective algorithm to conclude a mapping of that particular wound and how much amount that wound has been healed, how many days we need to use this dressing, this kind of a thing. So we used to measure on that particular thing. And then the targets which we set to achieve with an AIR should be attainable. Should be attainable in the sense I need to develop an application that should able to compete with a human intelligence. I'm not going to do any rocket science. I'm not able to do. Even though the system is nowadays, we people are discussing about an AI. There is another chapter is already revolved around the world. Gen AI, generative intelligence, is going on the world, so that we need to utilize on them kind of a things. And most important thing, we need to have something called relevant. How we are going to make it a relevant see with the help of an AI. Because as there are so many plugins available in the market, as there are so many wider opportunities available in the market, we couldn't take all the things into our mind so that we need to point something, make it more innovative. We are going to make it that then we will be in a loop. We are going to do the process iteratively. We couldn't able to get any outcomes with the help of our own work, so that we should be relevant and achievable, that is attainable, and make sure that have a measurable as well as a specific. And the last one, time based. Because since it's a FTP program, I can come out with an option. Because I know most of the student startups want to implement AI recursively, because they select first, even though they are good in knowledge, they are good enough to achieve the things, they struck out with something because they're not into a time bound. That means a time based one. For example, if they try something in a limited period, if they couldn't able to achieve it, most of them doesn't want to get into a mentorship. So most of the students nowadays, the students are smart. They can able to do something. They can able to search something. They can able to conclude with the help of any other options. But only thing, those innovations need to be handled with the help of a time-based one. If they are doing the things recursively or any kind of things without any time bound, that will not be advisable one. And here is another point which we people are, as I said, we work with an agriculture. We have our own. We work with agriculture for the last 6 years. Artificial intelligence, which implemented in crop yield. There are so many applications available in the market to maximize the crop yield. But one of the most underrated industry is agriculture to implement AI, because we don't have a data. Because whenever you plays a vital role on AI, we should have a data in another hand. Suppose nowadays, even though we are having advanced mechanisms, we don't have a data right now to make smart decisions in Indian terrain. That means India have a wider area of agricultural sectors. Suppose if I'm going to check 5 to 10 acres of a land, we literally witness in 5 to 10 acres of a land, there are wider variety of soil options available. There are wider variety of crops has been utilized. Most of the times the farmer doesn't bother about the soil or what kind of things they are going to utilize as a fertilizer or a pesticide to dump into the soil. That is the biggest issue. Still, AI is not yet competing in agriculture. Suppose in another couple of years, if we gather the data and do it in the right manner, we can able to implement it. But Israel, they are following a dictated agriculture. In India, it's not that much, because in Israel, if you're going to take 100-acre land or a 5-acre land, their agricultural practices, their soil patterns remain same. But in India, that's not that much possible to maintain a dictated agriculture. And then the second one, intelligence spraying. Everyone knows that. A couple of years back, drone spraying is not yet commenced into a policy. But last year, drone spraying was passed in a, as a bill for agriculture. Nowadays, each and everyone is spraying the drones. But only one thing, that drone pilot should be get certified, and they should have a firm knowledge on how to do the spraying. Without the certified drone pilot, that particular spraying is not at all possible. And then predictive insights. But most of the industries nowadays started utilizing industries 4.0. But in agriculture, we couldn't able to predict the weather. As we are witnessing this a month of May, we are with the weather and the particular the summer is totally contradict with the last couple of years weather condition, because we doesn't know what kind of weather it's it and what kind, because it's the variable is not with our goal. So the artificial intelligence in agriculture has more complications into this. But agricultural robots nowadays, the robots, whenever we people there are I too act as a jury for a student innovative program. But whenever I witness something, around more than I think more than 800 to 900 project has been submitted. There are 600 projects towards agricultural automation thing from an engineering college student or an arts college student, but I didn't get a single agricultural project from an agricultural background student. Because of that, engineering students have a wider options to come with an agriculture, but they doesn't have a field knowledge whether they could be really adopt in that particular, whether they could really work on it or not. That is a big. So suppose the innovations in agriculture can be channelized in appropriate manner for AI, then there are a lot of wider areas or opportunities available. And then soil and crop monitoring. we people recently collaborated with the Startup TN and we people get a grant from Startup TN for soil monitoring system. We are planning, we already set up centers around Tamil Nadu for soil monitoring uh, as a service. We do have a patented machine. That particular machine works with an AI algorithm that can able to instantaneously detect soil parameters with the help of its geofencing. And then disease diagnosis. Yes, one of the most important fact nowadays. People, there are so many diseases or so many pest attacks has been uh, in farm areas. We need to implement those kind of things that will help with farmers for AI kind of thing. And these are all some basic implementations that could be, but I'm skipping it. Already I have talked about these things. There are some startups. There is a, one is a Blue River Technology and AgroSmart are startups who already utilizing AI into this industry for making a profitable business. Yes. Next, one of the most I have one question. Is it really useful when we implement AI in the agri-tech or else healthcare industry? Is it really useful? Just post your comments on the chat so that it will be useful for us. What do you think? Whether it could be really implemented? Okay, I will give this simple AI journey on agriculture. 1 minute. Sorry. Okay. Five, we can the AI journey in agriculture can be implemented if that could increase the crop yield by 5 to 5 percentage, and then the same AI can help in a pest and disease management. With the help, we can able to constrain minimum 50 percentage. Okay, actually there is a 4.5 billion business as happening around the Indian farms with the help of an AI and IoT. Yes, another most important fact in healthcare. What could be? I have a question. I have asked a question and didn't get any answer from your side. I'm waiting for the answer. Whether the AI and can be for just I'm waiting for your answer so you can post it on a chat. Is it really useful to implement AI kind of a things in a way that whether the prediction can be implemented or else what kind of a mechanism robots are implemented? What would be the better one? Come out with your answers. Any answers? Kindly share the feedback. And I have another one more slide only. We will share the feedback. I think. Okay.
Participants try to answer.
Okay. I think due to a lunchtime, most of the participants are in lunch. I think so. Okay, no issue on it. I'm wrapping up my presentation and it will be last slide so that everyone have a happy lunch. Okay, we work with a thing called a Easy Tool. This is a machine that powered with an AI that has an ability to understand our own. It has vital signs and predict how many days that particular wound will get healed. For example, it could easily come out with whether it's 5 days or a 4 days or a 3 days. It can easily solve that particular things. And most important thing, AI can be utilized, but I have a one last and final question: whether this particular AI is really helpful for industry, or it might be any threat to the industry as a human manpower. Last and final question. With this question, I'm going to wind up the session. You can also fill your feedback forms. I think no one is ready to. Okay, I think they already put. Okay, with this particular thing, I'm just with this particular 1 hour period, I'm just wrapping up the presentation for how the AI can be implemented in our day-to-day life, and how it can be made more viable, so that it will be more useful for prediction and kind of things. Here is already they have shared the feedback forms. Hope you guys can visualize. Uh, and if you are guys have any queries, you can shoot out your queries here. And this is my contact number and email ID. Sorry, yes, this is my contact number and email ID where you people can reach us directly. And meanwhile, I'm also sharing the feedback form link for our own presentation data things. That will be more helpful for us. Kindly fill out the feedback form. That will be more helpful when we are going to shape up another FTP database. Thank you all. Hope I think this 1 hour of presentation I'm not boring you guys, and you got any new mindset or any kind of things, it would be better for us. If any queries, you can shoot out, or else you can simply clear the feedback form and take a leave and have a happy lunch.
It's now time for the participants to discuss any queries they may have regarding today's lecture with eminent resource person T. Vigneshwaran sir. As the second day draws to a close, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to the valued resource person for offering priceless ideas on organizing technical content, the eminent faculties and researchers for their insightful contributions, and the organizing team for their tireless work. We are grateful that you all part of the quest for academic achievement and exploration. Let's go into this coming week with a fresh sense of purpose and a shared dedication to education and development. Tomorrow's session will be from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Thank you. There is a link to a feedback form in the chat window. Please take a moment to provide comments. The responses will be closed by 4:30 p.m. as this also verifies your attendance. Thank you all. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask now. It seems everything is clear. You have any no doubts. Thank you all for attending this session.
Thank you all. Thank you. Good night.
Madam, feedback link is not working, ma'am.